welcome to the stream. I'm G20, also known as Godpool by some, and I'm joined by some cool dudes today. So one of them is a good friend of mine called which we will be calling Rai.
I see how it is.
Indeed, I am the good friend.
And then we have the friend that tries to kill us every Monday. Or at least if he doesn't try to kill us, he kills us in his mind. And that is my good friend, Viggi.
I'm innocent of all charges, and I'm also here to play some good games.
Yes!
As if he could ever kill us.
But in all seriousness...
You handle that all by yourselves.
Yeah,
exactly.
But in all seriousness, they're both good friends of mine. We play some D&D and stuff together every Monday. Dark Heresy specifically.
Yeah.
And Vic is our DM, game master then, when we play Dark Heresy. But today I'm going to be game mastering some weird shit.
Indeed, it is so weird that rules do not even exist for it.
Yet.
Exactly, because we're going to be making up the rules as we go, and we have no idea what we're doing. Basically, I have a general idea of what the story is going to be.
And
Pocket, that is because Maya was sick. But yes, you were saying?
Oh yeah, we have like an idea of who we are, where we are, and when we are, and that's about it.
Yes.
And we feel like we should be using D10s.
Yeah, we will be using D10 dices to begin with, at least. Then maybe if stuff changes, we'll decide to switch dice. But for now, we're just gonna use D10s, and I doubt that that's gonna change. But you never know. And the fun thing that this is gonna be is that this is gonna be session 0, which is basically just gonna be us creating the characters, kind of getting to set the scene for them and figure out where they are, like when the campaign begins. And basically figuring out all the small details that we need to know. Like, we'll be making up some rules for our system in this session, basically.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so we are just gonna dive into that real soon. So, I'm gonna give the people just kind of a general idea what is going on. So this campaign will be happening in modern time, such meaning basically 2019. Then we have they will be playing basically just normal people. Now that is not to say that there won't be fantasy elements in this. I did give them a choice if they wanted to go more fantasy or not, and they chose to go realistic. It didn't really change too much about the plot, just a little bit. And let's see. Yes, we will be using D10s, and the story will be happening on a little island called Iceland. Which is the funny part, because they've decided they want to talk with horrible Icelandic accents.
I don't know what you're talking about. There is nothing horrific about these.
I mean, that is the only thing that makes sense. Do you not agree?
God! They make me cry on the inside.
You cry every time.
For now, basically, unless we think there's unless we decide there's going to be a need for a die roll for something, we'll act as if you don't need a die roll for many things. One suggestion that I was going to make for the rules is that we'll just figure out like a scale of difficulty for checks, and that will just decide how hard things will be, and we can just decide that scale basically difficulty 1 would be you don't need to do any dice rolls for that.
Yeah, automatic success.
Yes. So like climbing upstairs is going to be an automatic success unless the stair is like the stairs are wobbly or something.
Or wrapped in barbed wire.
Exactly.
Or covered in electricity.
God, who would do such a thing?
Or there's some
monster.
pigeon poop on it and you slip.
Oh no.
Oh, embarrassing.
Speaking of pigeons, I saw one walking outside my work today. It was
Oh.
weird.
Damn.
My
Yeah,
God, flying rats, more like it.
more like it.
So we're gonna start creating the characters, and they've decided on names. So Viggi, let's start with you. What is your name gonna be?
So, my character's name is Styrmir Jónsson, which to any non-Icelandic viewers will be probably sounding super silly, but
Styrmir
Styrmir
Johnson.
yes, it actually I think yeah I got the inspiration from my dad's friend. So yeah, his name was Styrmir. Let's see. Yeah, and he is 37 years old. He lives in how should I describe the Breiðholt? I'm honestly not sure.
Let's just say it's the let's just say
You want
that
to be
it's
that precise? Damn, I need to look up a random address.
let's just
Yeah.
say that Breiðholt is basically like the ghetto of the capital
Yeah.
area.
At least it used to be. It's a touch better today, but it's still
It's still
has
the-
it still has the reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has.
So-
I remember because a friend of mine lives there, and he told me like that just if one guy beats up somebody in Braille, it's gonna end up with everyone beating somebody. It's great.
Yeah, but yeah, he lives there with his wife and his 3 kids. His job is a bus driver. His favorite hobby is Disney Golf on the PlayStation 2. And what?
I just love how like precise that was.
Yeah, what? It's a good game.
I'm not objecting.
I am.
Uh,
I only kid.
Yeah, so now we haven't even decided what kind of stats we're using, so I don't know.
Yeah,
What
we'll
features
we'll
do
be
we have?
deciding that together once we both everyone reaches the stat area. By the way, just as a heads up, next time we're gonna stream, I'm gonna try to find like some music to have in the background. I just didn't have time today.
A non-copyright music.
Indeed.
Yes. So so let's jump over to our good friend Rai and see what he has decided about his character.
All right. Now, unlike Styrmir, I drew this name totally only out of my own consciousness, and I'm not trying to base it off anything. My character's name is Einar Áskell.
He's lying.
What? And I am a 39-year-old garbage truck driver, and I'm a very modest man. But my hobby is tennis, and I can get extremely competitive when it comes to tennis. I will destroy you.
Indeed. And I have indeed felt the wrath of his. Actually, my character has felt the wrath of his competitive tennis matches on many occasions.
Yes, they decided that they play regular tennis matches together every Sunday? No,
Saturday.
Saturday.
Every Saturday.
Yes.
So that's at least the first basis of how they know each other.
Indeed. Is it does this take place in 2019? Is the question. Is this like bleeding edge modern?
Let's say that it's happening in let's say just 2019.
Yeah, like let's say last month, meaning January.
Yeah. That
because we know what happened then.
I'm gonna
Happy
say
New Year.
I'm just gonna say that it's the beginning of the new year. It's the first week of the new year. Let's say that it is. I'll just open up the calendar here real quick and just say it is the Monday the 7th.
Perfect.
We'll still have some fireworks then.
Indeed.
I'm gonna open up another doc for me, so I can write down some like notes to remember what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Saving them for the 13th. Oh yeah, I should add a birthday.
Oh yeah, I should do that too. Let's see.
The campaign will be is named Session 0 if you've not figured that out yet. Size 0. If I said Session 0 because I felt like I did that.
Yeah, let's see. So if he is that old, that means he's born in 82.
I am randomly rolling.
Let's see.
Oh, oops. 31.
Yes. So my character would be born in 1982. And
1982.
I'll have him.
Oh my god, that's...
June the 7th is Einar Áskell's birthday.
Let's see. And 31st of 31st of November for me.
Because we wanted to have the rules pretty simplistic and stuff like that, we will not be adding anything like weird, like fucking age things or stuff like that.
No, just if things were to impact our characters, then they will happen in as a matter of consequence in game. Not like mechanics wise.
Mechanics wise, basically most of the time when they're rolling for something, it's not gonna like matter how old they are or stuff like that. It's just how good they're doing the thing.
Besides, we're almost in our 40s. We're not that old.
Let's just say
late 30s.
Let's just say that some tasks might be easier for younger people, but it's not gonna really impact them that much.
No.
Oh, my old bones.
I get that reference.
Have you guys decided you've decided a little bit on your backstories and stuff like that, right?
Very limited.
Yeah, it's mostly got through elementary school. How would we translate framhaldsskole? Because it's technically not high school, and
I think
actually
from that standard it is high school.
Actually, yeah, that is high school, and house school is college and college/university. University.
Which is.
So yeah, it's confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's not much to say about the backstory. It's just your average run-of-the-mill life.
Average Joe, really.
Yeah, we are playing your everyman, so we are characterized by our averageness.
Yes, they.
Well, Well, Einar Ásgeill does have a bit of a strange past. You see, his parents always tried to get him to do very specific tasks, and were studying him a bit. It's almost like they could write a book after him. Who knows? And he never did very well in those tasks. So he lives a bit away from his family, and the situation there is pretty, let's say, complicated.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So I have added some spice to the character.
I still admit, I can see that you have some health concerns.
I do.
Oh, Jesus. I am also reading your health concerns.
They really are concerns. I'm gonna let Vicky share his
Oh, yes. So,
troubled health concerns.
indeed. So,
He has cancer. No, I'm kidding.
no. That comes. So,
Oh, wait, what?
That
You
comes
might-
later.
he might have cancer. Well, we don't know yet. So, this.
All right.
I am thinking of things to like describe this character, and the health concerns that he has is that he suffers from epilepsy, and he used to smoke, but he is trying to quit. So there are probably some health concerns regarding the smoking.
And then like used to smoke, and in brackets behind like trying to quit, and like double brackets after that, possibly has cancer.
Hold on. Let's see.
Are you gonna have any health concerns?
No, I am the picture of health.
Ah. I love that he wrote health concerns.
Yeah, there's more than one.
Yeah, it's just like not health issues, not current health. It's health concerns.
Yes. Very concerning.
So okay, let's just say because you have those things like, because you used to smoke. I'm guessing you smoked for a long time.
Yeah, it was mostly, well, he started later, so at around 30.
Yeah,
He,
but did he smoke a lot?
Maybe a packet a week,
Okay.
which in smoker circles is actually not that much.
No, I was wondering if he smoked a lot, because then I would have, like, if you were doing, like, if you had a challenging thing that would have you roll for something related to running or stamina, I would make it a little bit harder for you.
Indeed, stamina would be an issue.
Yeah, okay,
which
so...
is why Einar usually beats me at longer games of tennis.
Indubitably.
Ah.
And every time I lose, it's definitely the racket's fault. I am never at fault.
Ha.
Modifier to So I'm just gonna write here for my own notes. Stidham has stamina issues due to smoking, so add 1 difficulty modifier to stamina checks.
Yeah, whatever a difficulty modifier is.
Yes. So
Be that
let's say
-1 or
a thing that would be like a difficulty 1 for everyone else would be a difficulty 2 for you.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. Sweet. So I'm gonna add here like difficulty modify here. To be added. However, difficulty 1 equals automatic success. Like I know that like we might not need to have anything that's called difficulty 1, but I think it's good to just say like, okay, difficulty 1 is just automatic success. We just know that.
Yeah.
Having a baseline.
Yeah. Then everything above that, then we know like, oh, that adds an extra die to the difficulty or something like that.
Yeah.
And once we actually like decide how that stuff's gonna go, that'll will make things a lot easier to remember. Where are the thing? Insert. Don't need to put a pie chart in here. That's incredibly unnecessary.
But I love pies.
What flavor? Pie flavor.
I'm trying to find in this thing where you do the like dotted lines, the fucking numbered lines.
It's what in the Google Docs.
Yeah,
I can just add them for you.
I'm doing it in my like
Wow.
campaign note. So actually no, wait. This needs to go to This needs to go to the rules. So yes, you can add that for me.
There you go.
I was gonna add it below the difficulty modifier thing, but it can go like this. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
By the way,
Now you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
I will also once we have actually like a set of rules and shit ready, I will actually share the document so that people can read it, so they can see what we are doing. Like if they want to copy this stuff, they can.
And how we came to these conclusions.
Yes, because there will be there will be a lot of weird things written here.
This absolute madness.
But yeah, so do we want to start thinking up stats, or is that?
Yeah, since basically our characters are the characters are pretty much set down.
Yeah, the backgrounds are pretty much set in stone now.
Yeah. Because the characters are pretty simple, and that's good. We don't need to have anything too complicated. By the way, also because of your epilepsy, let's say that if you end up in a situation like, I don't think we're gonna need to write this down specifically, but if you end up in a situation that would like cause your epislepsy to go on, like you can decide when it triggers. I'm gonna, because you have it, I'm gonna allow you to decide. It's kind of like a flaw of kinds.
It is. I would most likely attempt a roll of some description.
Yeah.
To see if I am affected by it or not.
I think not exactly the words I want to use, but like when it could activate, you could roll like either like a luck roll or a stamina roll to see whether or not it would happen.
Yeah. Well,
we'll figure it out when it comes to it.
We'll figure it out. We should probably not. We should probably not fix it to a stat. To it being its own thing.
Yeah, just make it its own thing.
Yeah.
It is a unique ability.
Yeah, unique ability that fucks you up.
Yeah, that
only hampers you.
That might possibly kill me.
So, all right, we have a few stats in mind. We have a few stats that we need to kind of get an idea. We need so we need to have health,
right?
And I'm gonna say that we'll roll the health the last.
Okay.
Because we'll need to decide whether or not we want to base the health of something else or not. It's easier to decide the health after we have some stats written down.
True.
Do we want to just start with physical and mental stats and then maybe grow from there as we require more specific checks?
Yeah, we should not try to write down any like specific skills or anything unless that like pops up.
Yeah, like base characteristics though.
Yeah, we need to kind of have that written down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just say that when the time comes, let's just decide to I'm gonna just roll 2d10s, and that no, I'm actually just gonna say you have when we actually decide to have like specific skills and stuff like that, just write down that you have 10 points to add into those skills.
All right. Skills.
Just, yeah, 10 points to use for skills. So,
10 points to Gryffindor.
yes. So, like, if you get, like, let's say, just for simplicity's sake, if you get a sneak skill, and if we decide that we want sneaking to be a skill, and then we don't need to, like, roll to make it randomized, we can just, like, decide that, like, okay, you can, like, each point in it adds, like, something to it, and we decide how many points can go into it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying 10 points for now because that's a good number just to go by if we have end up having like not a lot of skills, but like a few skills.
Yeah. Everything is subject to change.
Yeah. Everything that we're deciding now could change later.
True.
We literally will decide things as we go. But yes, it is good to write down that you have some like some points to spend on the skills because we will be rolling for like all the base stats. Okay, there will be. I think we should have like. I think we could have. I think it would fit to have like a stat called stamina.
I mean,
or something like that would apply to stamina-based stuff.
I
Body?
mean, endurance.
Yeah, body. Endurance or body.
Yeah. Yeah, because.
Yeah,
Well,
endurance
do we
would probably fit better.
Yeah, because you can endure many, many things.
Yeah.
All right. So first.
So just like you would use endurance, like.
So are we classifying this as a stat or a skill?
I would say stat.
I would say stat.
Very well.
Endurance. No?
So yeah, I'll change it so that when you have stamina issues due to smoking, it adds 1 to your endurance checks.
Yes, indeed.
So stat 1 is just gonna be health, which is like your hit points.
Yeah.
Our second stat is endurance. Do we want to have like we don't want to have like a lot of base stats. We want to have a few.
We want to do a mental characteristic, but do we want intelligence just as a baseline thing?
I'm gonna say that at least for now, let's just say that like intelligence is not necessarily a stat.
No.
Because we could decide like that we use something else and that could like also work for intelligence-based stuff.
Yeah.
But I think like I think we don't need to have intelligence in this thing because endurance is technically seen like embodying like what
just a mind stat.
Yeah. I think we should have maybe like two physical stats and maybe 2 mental stats.
Yeah.
So the physical stats would not count health in.
No. Health is just it is just your hit points and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's endurance and brawn.
We could go with brawn.
Do we want to? We could.
Sure.
Wait.
Physical prowess.
Hold on. Do we want to like rename endurance to brawn and have the mental skill be brains?
Not necessarily.
There's nothing wrong with it.
because
Yes.
brains can cover a lot more than just your intelligence. It can
Yeah.
cover your memory and
We could say
Oh.
like we could have like we could have the mental stat brains, which like is basically everything, a lot of stuff that would be connected to your mind, and then we could have.
Also, if anything happens to our mental stats, we can say, "Oh no, my brain."
Let's okay. I'm gonna
not
suggest
okay.
we can have the mental stats brains and personality.
yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
That mean so we brains is basically every like your logistic part of the brain, where you're just
Yeah.
like deciding all the like when you're doing the logical thinking stuff,
Yeah.
and personality is like your ability to like talk to the people, engage.
with others.
Yes. I think we should still keep endurance because it's
It's a physical stat.
yeah, it's a physical stat that will work.
Yeah.
We should we need to find, because I'm thinking what would fit if we like. Do we want to have like dexterity based and strength based things absorbed into one thing?
Those can brawn can cover strength, so
We could have just like 5 stats and call like we can have endurance, brawn, and finesse.
finesse is just a bit like a touch too generic and specific. Like most of these,
True. And most of these are pretty
very-
pretty open.
Broad.
yeah, open. Like most of these are open ended. We don't want to go too.
We could call
we
it
could-
flexibility.
We could throw endurance into health.
We
Yeah.
could just
How healthy you are.
yeah. I mean health. Technically,
Health
seen
and
health
stamina.
isn't really a stat, really, because
No,
it is just your hit points and stuff like that.
I'm just opening a point for we could have brawn and then the dexterity equivalent of whatever you like, and then stamina checks would just go on health checks.
Oh yeah, we can decide that. We could decide that, and then
Yeah.
So health would be stamina as well.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we can just decide health.
So health is rolled into endurance is rolled into health.
Yes. So we have then we have health, brains, personality. We have brawn.
Yeah. Which covers most of the physical stuff.
Yes, most of it. But do we want to have anything for specifically like being able to do like things that require more finesse and flexibility and stuff like that?
Coordination and cover a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah.
Coordination is like a combination of
A
that
lot
actually
of things.
that works because it's a combination of like a mental and a physical thing.
Yeah.
Because we can decide that like physical things that require thought need to be like you need to use the coordination stat for that.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we have autocorrect because I had no idea how to write coordination.
I'm just gonna.
Don't change how I wrote brains. I did this on purpose.
So, yeah, because I was thinking hand-to-eye coordination, your balance needs coordination, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we have most everything covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
don't
if we
think-
need more, we'll just add it later.
Yeah. Like, we have all the, like, most basic things you can think of.
Yeah, I'm just in the rule like where I'm writing the rules. Can we? I'm just gonna have you all like you guys help me fill out the like what these things encompass.
Yeah.
Hit points, stamina, endurance. Yeah, I noticed it.
Yeah.
Hit points, stamina, endurance. What else would Health.
Well, don't repeat health. Resistance?
Yeah, resistance.
Strength.
I'm just gonna write that down for now. We can add to it later.
Let's see. Brawn is strength, speed.
Strength. Speed.
See. Gonna drop that one for now. Coordination can be.
Brains can be
Fine manipulation. Balance.
Brains can be logical thought, memory. Critical thinking. I don't think.
Isn't it? What is it called?
Social interactions.
Yeah. Social interactions is for personality. It also has empathy. Let's see. Empathy. What else?
Empathy. I mean, psychology. Just reading persons. So psychology would just be a easy way to encompass that.
I'd say empathy would be that.
Yeah, true. Empathy would fall.
Yeah. Okay.
Psychology but psychology on the other hand, it does affect how you behave, so that would fall under personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I added to brains investigate.
That's again touch specific, like even for the breakdown of the skill.
I'm just writing down what might be like in what kind of situation it might be useful in, because this is because we can add to it if we need to.
I mean, we can just say
these are basically just cliff notes for us to know what we can use it for.
Like instead of that, we could just say senses.
Well, if you spell it correctly.
I mean, I am the greatest. Viewers can't see what I'm spelling. Shut up.
Yeah. Tis my duty to call you out for your silliness.
Yeah, senses. I have logic. Would critical thinking? Would we should we have that as a?
What do you mean? It's not sad.
You think we could add in critical thinking to the list?
Critical thinking kind of falls under the logical thought. It's just another way to say it. Yeah. You could throw problem solving. No, that falls under logical thought, kind of. Well, we'll keep it.
Problem solving can be there.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, like I said, this is mostly cliff notes for us to know what we can use this for.
True. It's mostly like defining what we mean by those words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is also why I wrote investigate there, so that we can use brains to do investigative work.
Well, again, it falls under the
logical thought
bit. Yeah, like making sure that things don't overlap is pretty easy.
I'm gonna change the brains just to actually be brains.
Aw, come on.
Aww. Brawn has strength, speed, and
can't really think of much else. It does what it says. Like it measures your physical aptitude.
So I don't.
Yeah, carrying capacity. Yeah, that.
I'm gonna say that we're not gonna worry too much about it, but when it comes to actually carrying something that you need to hold and shit, that might
Yeah.
come in
Like
play.
Yeah.
like for instance, if we need to pick up something heavy
Yeah.
and then move it somewhere else, that definitely would fall under brawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a thought. Would you like? What would we use? What, like? Let's say something scary, just scary, comes up. What should we use? Brains or brawn for that?
What do you mean?
Personality would probably fall under that because it's your psychology.
Basically, yeah, just fear checks, basically.
Yeah, that would put
Yeah,
that
let's
under
say personality.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like say
Just say
resisting.
Yeah, just say fear. That work.
All right. This is
I
totally,
like-
by the way, in no way hinting towards the future of this campaign.
Yeah.
Definitely not. This is not an insight. This is just purely hypothetical.
Yeah.
This is
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
literally
Yeah, so-
all of the things we are saying here is hypothetical. This is just to know what we can use these things for.
Yeah, he's like
So-
totally just like looking at his nose like, all right, so what will I use in this situation?
So
Hint,
here,
hint, nudge, nudge.
so here comes like we should probably hook some actual mechanics up to this. So here's how I'm thinking this like as a start it would go. So if we are going to be using D10s,
Mhm.
what I'm thinking is you have your base, your starting stats,
Mhm.
and like I picture them going from, whereas 1 is like absolute, like barely functioning, and it should probably max out at 5, being like
Yeah.
master chess master, world class athlete.
I was actually thinking that we'd roll d5s for the stats.
Yeah, we would roll d5s for the stats, and then you would get extra bonuses to different skills, which would give you a +1. However, in order to succeed on something, you would roll your d10, and in order to succeed, you take your stat and your skill, and you have to succeed by getting above a 10. So the success
yeah.
would always be a 10, and depending on how good you are and how your base stat works, like getting above. So let's say you have 3 in health, and you take let's say that you have to run a great distance, like over a few miles, and then once you're done running, you roll. Let's say the modifier would be. Let's say actually you have when you say difficulty 1, would you take? Okay, let's see. Wait a minute. Is difficulty 2 a -1 to that D10?
I was thinking that either like every difficulty modifier would, depending on what we decide, like
Yeah.
in case, let's say we would have decided to use multiple dice for every roll, automated just so that you would have to succeed on more than one die.
Ah, right. The difficulty means we have to roll more.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So we can actually have it so that like let's say that difficulty 1 is just automatic success. Difficulty 2 means that you need to succeed on 1 skill
roll.
check.
Yeah.
And then difficulty 3 is that you need to succeed on 2.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That sounds. I mean, we'll see how it goes in action.
It is pretty simplistic.
Yeah, but then again, we are designing this thing from scratch, so we want to go simple.
Yeah.
I kind of missed our train of thought. I was being rated for chocolates.
No worries. So the thought was, when you have a skill check, when you have a skill check, then depending on how difficult it is, then you have to roll. So originally we roll a d5 to see what our stats are, and then we see if a skill can help us, which would give us an extra plus. So let's say you have 3 in brawn,
Yes.
and let's say you have a skill like
Let's say climb.
an athletic skill.
Yeah.
An
Let's just say
athletic skill.
let's just say if it's brawn, let's say coordination, because we can have actually climb in that, because it's not just brawn.
That is true.
So coordination,
okay.
climb. And you have 3 in coordination, and let's say
Yeah,
1 skill point in climb.
Yeah, in climb. Then, and then you would have to roll a 6 to succeed.
Yeah.
If it's difficulty 2, then you take a single die and you roll it to see if you succeed or not. So you would have to reach a 10 with your combined main stat and skill.
All right.
Yeah. So
That seems though fairly damn difficult.
Well, yeah, but we want to have somewhere to go. We don't want to start like super good at anything, really.
And remember,
but think about this. This is the first thing that we actually have to roll is the difficulty 2.
Mm-hmm.
And when your average in a stat with 3 is like slightly above average,
Mm-hmm.
and you're even trained in said stat, and then there is less than 50% chance of you making it.
Well, remember,
this is just when you're actually doing something challenging.
Yeah,
exactly. But this is just the first challenging thing.
Well,
so
yeah,
I think it should be like maybe at least a 50% chance of you making.
Yeah. Well, if you have, all you need to do is put like 1 extra point, and it's a 50-50. So if you have have only 1 tick in a skill, then yeah, odds are sure you've seen maybe a YouTube video on how to do it, but you actually would have to put some extra points into it in order to become good at it.
All right.
So having a single point in something, yeah, sure, gives you better odds, but you're still not very good at it.
All right, we'll see how it plays.
Yeah. So let's say, if you like G20 is writing now, you can put 3 skill points into a skill to increase your odds of success. So if you have 5. If you have 5 in some stat.
Yeah, so if you have...
So the maximum of a skill is 3.
Yeah, maximum is 3 in a skill, so your total plus, if you have a 5 in your base stat, would be a 8.
Yeah, so then you would have to roll a 1 to fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that becomes like a 90% chance.
Yeah, but then that means like you're the best of the best in this specific thing.
Well, yeah, but remember, we are playing the everyman, so...
I mean, yeah, of course, we will not be the best of the best in anything.
Yeah, we're supposed to be garbage at most things. You're literally garbage at your job.
That is my job.
Yeah.
Are you insinuating something?
No, not really. Like...
You have entered a treacherous area.
Oh no.
Would you like to dig yourself deeper?
So currently how I set just the difficulty modifier, it is difficulty 1 will be automatic success. Basically most of the things you do in the game will be difficulty 1. So unless you specifically ask me, I won't actually reference it.
Yeah.
But if you do a skill, if you're doing something, and I'll just say it's a difficulty 2, then you need to succeed on 1 check. So you will so just to take the climbing thing for an example, let's say it has a difficulty of 3, so you'll need to roll climb twice and succeed both times.
Yeah. So Here
If
comes.
every time you would have to still roll all the times, even though you fail, but it says like basically how badly you fail, depending on how difficult it is.
Right.
Mhm.
Now, here comes an important question. Do we want to include a bad luck mitigator, i.e., a luck stat, which in essence would give us rerolls?
I'm gonna
I
say,
mean,
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say yes in this for one reason specifically. You're playing the like everyman like the everyman,
Yeah.
and I want you guys to have a luck roll that will be specifically let's just say a luck stat, just in brackets, because we will roll the luck and that will give you that many rerolls per game.
Yeah. It should probably be 1d5 like the rest of the
Yeah,
stats.
it's 1d5 like the rest.
Yeah.
So I'll just add
I-
it. Luck. Reroll chance.
chance? Hang the fuck
No,
on.
I'm
Wait a second. Are we gonna be PG? 'Cause that's gonna be real difficult.
no. We don't need to be PG.
Thank the
You.
Jesus.
So I'll just say rerolls per game.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna I will. Let's just say that if for some reason your guys feel, let's say you did really well, and I decide to be like, I'm gonna give you a bonus on this. So let's just add something called advantage and disadvantage.
Story bonuses.
Yes.
Yeah. Situational modifiers.
Situational modifier. I'm gonna call it.
Hang on, that is incorrect. Situational modifiers is us preparing,
Huh.
not just. Oh, look! There is a handy pickaxe, and we need to break down that wall.
I know. I'm just calling it this because it's funny.
It's like, oh no, yeah, we brought a sledgehammer, so this is easy.
Mhm.
Oh, an extra die instead
Yeah.
of pluses, right?
Ooh.
So-
That's actually really handy.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna do.
I'll fetch my hidden
So-
chocolate stash.
No, I have nothing.
I keep it hidden at all times so it doesn't get raided.
Weren't you just rated?
Yeah, but that was my open chocolate. I have two different types of chocolate.
Ah, I see. All I have is my carbonated water. Ah.
Feeling lucky will give you one extra die on a skill check, and not so lucky now will reduce your die on a skill check by one. So
Yeah,
if you're not feeling so lucky on a difficulty 2, you will automatically fail it.
Damn.
Like, we need to do this, but we have to have the tools to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's just say that even though you fail on one of the die rolls you get on a difficulty 5 or something like that, that will just mean that you partially fail it.
Yeah.
You'll still depend. That's why I said it depend. That's why I need to roll all of the dice just to see how badly you will fail the check. If you just barely fail it, you can still succeed, but you will just get some repercussions.
Yeah.
But
AKA partial success.
Yes. So basically,
Success with consequence.
yes.
No.
So basically, everything that does, if you do not succeed on all the on all the die rolls, you'll just get consequences.
Like,
Succeeding
at
on
difficulty 5,
Yeah.
I will never make it all. It's no chance.
that is kind of the whole point of making it difficult.
Yeah.
But also, if you're doing it with a skill that you have like an 8 in, you're gonna be really good at it.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
one of the
but-
best in
yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Viggi, can you write down the stuff you were talking about, the die rolling with the how the skills work,
Yeah.
like how the dice rolling work? Just do it
Yeah,
at the same time. Just do it at rule 1, so we can see it always easy.
Yeah, true. Let's see. The core mechanic.
Yeah.
The core mechanic. Let's see.
But yeah, if I go like if in a sentence when you're about to do a skill and I will say you're feeling lucky about this, then you know that you're getting 1 extra die. But if I'm gonna go not so you're not so lucky right now. You know that you're gonna
when we say run away.
This will basically mean like if you're under like distress or something like that, you might get like the not so lucky now because you're in a rush and therefore you might fail.
Yeah.
But thankfully, if you're doing everything in a rush, I might just decide that like it adds a difficulty modifier to it. I'll figure it out when it actually happens.
Yeah.
So far, everything seems pretty logical, which is pretty good. While he's writing that down, Rai, should we like in coordination and in brawn?
Yes.
What should we add anything more down there in there just to like as a reminder of what we can do?
I feel like we just add as we go on.
Yeah, I think
So it's like,
brawn is pretty good.
we're gonna be doing this. So it's like, where would this fit in? And it's like, yeah, it's probably here.
Yeah, like playing will probably allow
Yeah.
us to figure out
So yeah.
So-
what we would use.
Like these are just like the overalls, like we
Yeah.
can think of at the top of our minds right now. But you know, we just add stuff later on.
I'm going to bold these things here just so that we can see them fast, like more noticeably. And let's roll stats after he's finished doing that before we continue doing more rules because we have the stats decided.
Yeah.
As I was thinking that when we health is going to determine our hit points, help us determine hit points. I'm going to write that because I don't want to just because if
it's gonna be more story than actual rolling.
yeah.
Because our health is so low, maybe it's just like you get hit like with a hard hit this many times, then you're down. It's not like this thing does this much damage. It's just this hits you kind of bad, so you're feeling kind of low.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So like, let's say on average we have a 3 in health,
Yeah.
so we can take like 3 heavy hits, and then we're down.
Yeah. And it would also, a fun thing that would interact with the health skill is with the health stat is that it would make when you take a hit, your skill checks will be made more difficult by extension.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was actually thinking that we would decide it with an actual die roll, but yeah, that works.
Yeah. Because that means that we've simplified even the hit points into one of the core stats.
Yeah.
So I like.
So let's just say that if you're like you would be rolling brawn to hit someone, we don't need to decide like an armor class or anything like that because you just need to hit on a 10, or if it's harder to hit him, we just add difficulty to it. So we don't need to have an armor class or anything like that. But let's just say if you have armor in brackets, that adds just a difficulty to it.
Or it would just do the not so lucky on him.
Yeah, either one.
Yeah, that too.
I
Yeah.
think adding a difficulty to it would probably be easier because they just need to roll one die to it. Otherwise, they would never. Otherwise, they would never hit.
Yeah, because wanting to hit someone, like depending on how how we want to. So depending on how good in a brawl someone is, it would be harder to hit them.
Yeah.
But it would just be one roll, one outcome, and then either he defends or you miss, depending on how you want to flavor it, and then it would be his turn to go. But you, for instance, wouldn't don't want to put in, say, reactions into this.
No, I don't think we want to have reactions.
No,
I think you could use brawn to hit someone, and depending on how well, if he hits you and gets
I have a suggestion with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's say two guys are fighting it out in a bar.
Mm-hmm.
Joe number 1 has 3 in brawn, and Joe number 2 has 4.
Okay.
So,
I like.
So Joe number 2 is both stronger and faster than Joe number 1, so he has the difficulty of 2 to hit Joe number 1. But Joe number 1 is slower and not as strong, so he has the difficulty 3 to hit Joe number 2.
So yeah, depending on how much brawn you have, it determines how hard it is to hit you. But depending on the difference.
Yeah. But then, of course, then you can make it up with skill later on. When we add skills, is to skill fighting, because you've actually trained in fighting, so you can make up your difference in body build with fighting styles.
Okay, Rai, can you write that down where I wrote combat?
Yes, I can.
I'm gonna do also this so that I have another line.
Oh, quick question. Is there anything extra that I should add to the core mechanic?
In order to succeed a check, roll a d10, add your die result to your main stat and corresponding skill, and if the sum is greater than 10, you have succeeded. Add some skills require more than one roll.
Some skill checks. Yeah. Some skill checks will require more than one d10. There we go. So, if we let's say that someone has 2 points of brawn plus whatever martial skill we want to add, would that make it an automatic success to hit, or do we want to push that even further by saying you need to be 3 ahead?
I'm gonna say that never it doesn't really matter if somebody's just. You're always going to have the difficulty of 1, a difficulty of 2 of hitting someone, because they always have a chance of dodging you.
Right. Okay, so there's never an automatic hit. Okay,
yeah.
But the difference is, while you're always hitting on a difficulty 2, theirs would go down depending on how big the gap is.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
Use health points, hit points, and. You were talking about how we'd use the health points, health stat, as both determining our health, and if you take damage in it, it would also make all the health checks more difficult.
Yeah, that too. Should I write that?
Yeah, just write that in the hit points, because you had it actually thought out, so that I don't need to fucking think about how I'm gonna write it.
And
So let's just say that normally an attack would do like 1 damage, just a normal attack, and an attack that would like let's just say if you roll a 10 on the die, and not to say that you can get criticals, but like if you roll a 10 on the die,
You auto succeed no matter what?
no, you would do a hard hit.
Ah, right, okay.
That would mean that you'd have to get like 10 on the die, like even if you have difficulty 5 on hitting, like you'd have to get 10 on the die once to get like a heavy hit in.
Yeah.
But like let's just say that you'd get like succeed on one of the checks with a 10 and then you'd fail all of the other ones. You'd punch him, do 2 damage, but you'd hurt yourself in the process. You hit him pretty hard, but you know, you did just kind of dislocate your arm doing it.
Oof.
I think it's extremely hard to punch someone and dislocate your own.
I know.
Well, it's if it's really bad. Then
Yeah.
Maybe more like break a finger or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dislocated your wrist. How did you do that? I don't know.
I am phenomenally bad at fighting.
There we go.
Here we'll let's say attacks basic hit. Let's just say deals 1 point of damage
To opponent's health.
to
Capitalize health because
Yeah.
it's extra stat.
requires
If it's a game mechanic term, capitalize it.
requires you to succeed on a brawn check. Yeah.
Also, we have to remember that this is like kind of story based.
Yeah.
So let's say you have 3 health. That does not mean that the guy you're fighting just punches you 3 times and you're out.
No.
Like this is like a flurry of punches and kicks and
Yeah.
you know whatever.
We're talking about like this is like all out stuff.
But
we're-
in the end result, you got hurt because he succeeded on the check.
Let's just say that if you have a weapon, even though you have like a weapon, let's just say that kind of like how it would add a difficulty to your like it would add a difficulty to you having an armor on you to hit you. It would give you, let's just say, an extra die to hit someone if you have a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. More dice is equal to the power of the weapon. Like let's say a Mr. Joe 1 has, you know, is gonna kick your ass with his fists, and then Joe 2 just takes up an automatic weapon. Joe 1 is gonna lose.
Pretty much. Ooh.
Unless, you know, Joe 1 is fucking Rambo or something.
You can fix the wording if you want. I'm just
No. I'm thinking of so here I'm thinking. Let's say that automatic weapon that the aforementioned Joe 2 has.
Yeah.
Let's say that he picks it up and then makes his attack. Funnily enough, you would actually use. I'm going to put shooting into coordination.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Because-
exactly why I was, as you can see, what I'm doing in the attacks.
Yeah. There you go. So here's what I was thinking. In order to not get absolutely just one shot by said automatic weapon, you can let's say you can, if you want. Let's say you want to avoid a super deadly attack that's incoming. You can spend one of your luck for the session to make a roll to see if you can get lucky and not get hit. However, because you used one of your luck for the game, your luck starts running out.
I think we're getting into complicated territory over there.
Not really, because it fits with the same mechanic as your health. Because when you take damage, your health related rolls become harder,
Yeah.
and when you choose to use up one of your luck, your luck related you lose one of your rerolls instead.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna write in luck. Get lucky, and in parentheses, avoid lethal damage. Boom.
I think also kind of as a way to save you, it might.
Yeah, you because we don't have a reaction, we might want to what's it called? We might want so we have a luck mitigation and damage mitigation rolled into the same stat.
Yeah. So I wrote down 3 ways how to use the luck. You can reroll 1 die for a skill check. You can give yourself feeling lucky, and you can negate not so lucky now.
Yeah. Also, type D. Give yourself get lucky.
Yeah, that's basically the feeling lucky thing.
Fair
yeah.
enough.
And like.
Isn't get lucky like burning a luck away?
It's removing it for the session. Like you can like.
But that's just the same as all the other things we're using up the luck.
Actually, yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
we can just add to the feeling lucky. Let's just say that
I have an idea.
also be used
Instead of burning it, because I can just feel your disapproval of that.
It's
You could spend like multiple luck and then roll a d10, and depending on how much luck you spent, it's easier to make this, and then you avoid said lethal damage.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you get a +2 for every luck point you spend.
Yeah.
So then, if you are the luckiest man in the world with 5 luck, you can just use all of your points to 100% avoid this lethal hit.
Yeah. However,
Got shot by a rocket launcher. Well, you dodged it somehow.
Yeah.
Can you add that to the situational modifier thing where the lucky thing is going on?
I can.
Sure.
Either that or how to use luck. Either one.
Yeah. All yours.
You put it where the how to use
Anonymous
luck.
Goose.
Yeah, put it into the number 8 where how to use the luck.
Yeah.
I was gonna suggest that everyone could have a chance of avoiding an attack if they're being attacked by a ranged thing.
No.
I
No,
feel
luck-
like that's just the other guy. Do you suck at hitting or not?
Yeah, because like you like
Like, you're
unlike
not
our
gonna dodge a bullet.
no,
True.
like if you don't like if you're not hit by a bullet, you just got lucky.
Yeah.
You were where the bullet wasn't.
Yeah. Now the question was whether or not we'd have any sort of dodging, but
No,
yeah, I don't
no,
think we need it.
no.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
think that's
like
just you are this good at dodging. That's your base stat, and it's just how hard it is to hit you.
Yeah. Situational modifiers basically just situational things add to the difficulty of hitting you and shit. So
either it's easy to hit or it's not.
Yeah.
Either he is defending himself well enough or not. So like it's completely dependent on how you roll, not if your opponent gets super
Yeah.
lucky.
So Viggi, you can see down here at 8 how to use the luck. Can you write it down there? The
Oh yeah,
how to use the luck to save yourself.
Yeah. Avoid. Oh crap.
Let's just say that. Let's just say that like avoid to avoid death. I think it would be a health check.
I mean, once you go down, you might want.
Or is it just a luck check? Period.
It's probably it's actually just a luck check because you're trying to avoid the damage by, well, testing your luck.
I think he's talking about like when you're down.
Oh, when you're down.
You're just bleeding to death.
Well, yeah, you would have to make that super hard health check.
Let's just say that if you are okay, so let's just instead of saying avoid attacks, how to not die.
It's an important rule.
Yeah.
Roll a health check that it stick to the flag.
Oh yeah.
Roll a health check with at least the difficulty 2 modifier, possibly higher. So I'm just gonna roll a health check with at least difficulty 2 modifier, possibly higher. I'm just gonna say that if you let's just say that if you let's just say if you fail this health check, you're probably gonna die.
Yeah.
Unless somebody like let's just say that if you roll it, you don't die immediately. Let's just say that you will die within like the next few moments.
Yeah.
That gives like the people around a possibility of saving you.
Yeah, so it would mean that once you're at 0 health, you're on death's door.
Yeah.
Yeah. And whether you pass through or not is dependent on your health roll.
Yeah. I'm also gonna write down there no skill assist with this roll. Just this is gonna be a pure health check.
Yeah, which if you have 0 health means you have to roll a 10.
Yeah.
God damn it. Also, there is. So, let me make it official. There you go. That is the official way how to spell wa.
Ah, shit! I forgot the exclamation.
Yes. Indeed.
I don't think, like in general, I don't think there should be a critical success or a critical fail.
No.
Because I don't think that fits with like the way we're doing the game.
No, it really is like rolling a d10. There would be a 10% chance of a critical success and a 10% chance of a critical fail, and that's just too high for my taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think
There are
I think
no
D,
critical.
I think D20s have too high a chance of critting and auto failing.
Hang the bleep on.
What?
In Dark Heresy, there is the 90, what is it, 5 to 100, which is the critical success.
No, the 96 to 100 is the
Yeah, yeah,
weapon
yeah.
jam.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
well, I'm sorry, reverse that around.
Yeah. Well, no,
Yeah, 96 to 100 is the weapon gem, which is basically a critical failure.
Well, yeah, that there's on a non-reliable
And that's
weapon.
5%, which is the same as getting a natural one.
That is true. However, remember that this is what lets you get reliable weapons, and then it's 1 in 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it's only there to let there be reliable weapons.
Eh,
So they do that specifically. However, you need to roll a 0-1 in order to automatically succeed. And technically, that's not even a crit. Because you can only crit when you roll a d10 for damage.
yeah.
Basically, as you guys might be able to see it, but I wrote how to use luck points, and I wrote down the cost behind it, just
Right.
just so that you can
I
see
noticed
it.
Yes.
So, in general, everything costs 1 luck point, but with the exception of like the D option to avoid damage by spending your luck.
So, here's a question: is there? I can see us burning through our luck rather fast.
Okay.
Do we want a
Yes.
mechanic that lets us regain luck?
Let's say add like
I think that's just up for him to decide. Like,
Yeah,
here's a cool thing, here's some luck points.
have a
Can-
luck back.
Can you just write down somewhere for me, just next close to where the other luck thing is, just like
Yeah,
Hang on, I know the perfect name for this.
go for it.
Ah, crap, where's the...
Uh,
Why did there not come an
I don't know.
alphabetical letter, which is...
I just wanted to say like impressive acts may restore luck.
oh, there you go. Wait a minute. Oh, everything's going bad. No.
What do you mean? What are you doing?
No.
What is happening? Just why didn't you just
There you
use
go. There you go. I kind of fixed it.
there?
Okay, so now there you go.
All right.
I'm just gonna do this real quick because that was bothering me.
The cool factor. Well, we don't even have to call it luck points because it's just your stat, which goes down.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the reason why I wrote points is just because we can say like that
Yeah,
determines
true.
how many you have.
Actually, yeah, because health and luck are the ones that go up and down, then calling them health points and luck points. Yeah, it does the trick.
Yeah. All we want is a skeleton.
I'm just writing determines hit points and determines luck points just so it's easy to understand. Like, okay, this just tells me what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, I think we've stumbled upon calling them health points instead of hit points.
Yeah.
Because hit points is D&D, so we want to differentiate.
Yeah.
I think that's also why we tried so hard to, when we were deciding on stats, it's like, do not say dexterity.
Yeah.
Don't call it strength. Don't call it intelligence. Yeah.
Can you add for me, Vicky, just for health and luck, like how that, because they're the only changeable variables that the when you roll those, that you use the current variable.
Ah, right. Hold on.
Just
Health
write
points.
that. Just add that as of the
Oh, no. Read health point. An intrinsic quality of the health stat is its representation of your health points.
Oh yeah, okay.
However, if you take a heavy hit, your health will decrease, making any health rolls harder.
Yeah.
So that just needs to get... actually, it kind of...
Let's just, I'm just gonna do this here so it's easier to find the points.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
This can be easily dismissed. Now, this is a story,
Yes.
Yeah.
and we are the main characters, even though we are ill-equipped and should not be handling these situations.
Indeed.
So, after we roll for stats, like every other human on this earth is born, a d5 is rolled for every stat. However, as we are the main characters, would you feel that we should add 1 to any chosen stat, but it may not exceed 5?
I'm actually game for that.
I honestly would say that it shouldn't even go beyond 4, because remember, 5 is like the tippity top of humankind.
I mean, yeah, but that's like the base rule. I would never go above 4. I'm like hoping for nothing above a 3.
Yeah, true.
So let's say here you roll d5 to determine stats, and then
Except maybe in coordination, because I want to be good at tennis.
plus
Actually,
1 to the stat of your choosing.
honestly, if we're not quote unquote born with 5 in any, you should probably say roll d5 minus 1.
I mean, that's like...
It's bad, but remember, we're not supposed to be awesome.
True, but you've also like lived through your whole life in general, so you could.
Yeah.
So there is
But
always
what
the tiny possibility of you being really good at one thing.
True.
Because you could
And
also
what
be
I'm-
like horrible in almost everything.
That's I guess.
It seems we have encountered a random Dio in our chat.
You can never exceed the max stat of 5.
True.
Welcome, Lich Tech.
Indeed.
What up?
You missed us pulling
Feel
in
free at home.
Yeah, you missed us pulling an entire role-playing system out of our butts.
Yep.
It's I'm honestly surprised that this just feels smooth.
Yeah.
Like nothing, like this feels smooth and lean.
We have
and
not
there's
had
no-
any like actual
there's-
difficulty making this.
there's no excess fat on any of this. I like this.
Yeah, I'm actually liking this a lot myself.
Yeah.
And like,
Uh,
if and when we play this and feel like this is unbalanced or this doesn't really fit in, then we can
Yeah.
just change it.
Yeah, we
Snap of our fingers.
Yeah.
indeed,
A
we
couple of
just-
keystrokes.
We are
Yeah,
making our own system, Lich. We are making our own system.
yeah, D10 role playing.
For
D10
now,
Fiesta.
what? For our let's call it the Goose System.
I know why.
Just as a simplicity for us.
All right.
So if
The
you want to
anonymous Goose System.
so if we want to reference this, then we can just like say we are playing the Goose System. What is that system, you ask? Well, sit down, child. We will educate you.
Let me tell you a story.
Um.
An epic tale where the system of the ages was born.
Yes.
Mhm.
There was this goose.
So, yeah, okay, we don't need to have this extra B there with how not to die.
Yeah. Like,
Also, I have a question to Lich. How are we sounding? Are we good?
Yeah, like, is everything coming through just fine?
Pocket hasn't been complaining, which usually is a good thing.
Yeah.
Out of character, who is Pocket?
I will write you the name in Quack Quack.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
I was gonna suggest that.
Yeah.
So that symbol, does it mean so-so? Because if so, then you should have just written it down.
Yeah, because
So-
you're being unnecessarily obtuse.
I'm gonna call you a butt.
Okay, let's look over what we have now. Is there anything we want to add to anything right now?
I think we're just good. I think we just
Yeah.
roll stats and see how that goes.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then we
yeah.
can yeah, we mostly have to so here's the thing, like so the way I think of skills
Mhm.
as in skills that we would use. For instance, but let's see, how do I phrase this? The philosophy of the system depends largely on the setting.
Yeah.
Well, to make a bunch of examples, for instance, in Call of Cthulhu, you have different skills depending on what era you're working in.
Yes, it also changes some of the skills depending on what area you were in and stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that. So, to make a Warhammer analogy and example, for instance, the consume alcohol skill is very important in a medieval fantasy setting because you're going to be drinking a lot of alcohol.
I feel that, and bear with me, what if we just have no skills in the beginning?
Yeah,
We just have points to spend, and then when the first session starts,
Yeah,
ask us maybe to do this, and then we like think about, are we good at this? And they're like, yeah, I am kind of good at this. I want to have 2 in this skill, and then as the story progresses, we gain these skills.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think there is, however, one thing I want to kind of suggest.
Mhm.
You guys,
we're just using a mismatch of everything we've played, probably.
nothing. We are just creating things from our butts.
This is just us creating an entire system from thin air. It's about what, 3 pages so far? Actually, no, it's 1.5.
Yeah.
So it's very, very basic.
Yes. So I have I had an idea that you guys when you're creating a character, you can decide one special talent for yourself. It's just to add character to your to your character.
Right.
This can be let's just say as elaborate or as simple as you want it. However, it kind of just does one thing. It's this one special talent that you have. Let's say, for example, for you, Rai, it could be
the smash.
Yeah, you are very good at fucking when it comes to, let's just say,
He's very good at fucking, my word.
Because you're let's just say for I don't want to make it be a specific
accuracy.
Yeah, you can say accuracy. You're really good at hitting things, so you can when you're doing throwing something, you can get an extra die to that roll.
Yeah. Sure. I'm just gonna add that right now. I've got accuracy.
Special ability. Special ability.
let's just say example accuracy. Would you say it is only like when you're throwing something, or like just overall accuracy? Just like when you're doing anything that would require accuracy?
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, yeah, because
yeah, just anything requiring
Yeah.
accuracy. Because accuracy is all about shooting, throwing, sending some foreign object away from your body.
yeah, I'm just gonna type in accuracy behind coordination.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh yeah, so
requiring. The example is just going to be gain 1 extra die to any skill requiring an accuracy test.
yeah, I also have my special ability right now.
Throwing
Yeah,
a ball,
nice.
shooting a bow.
When I saw the name of your thing, I was like, is he gonna be a former wrestler?
No. So for those, for anyone watching, Styrmir's special ability is Steady Feet. Styrmir used to work on a fishing boat. This grants him greater balance on his feet. Get +1 die on relevant skill checks.
So yeah, these special talents encompass one thing. For example, accuracy tests and balance tests. They can once we have skills, we could actually also have that be a thing. But let's do this. Character can gain new talent.
They're called special talents. I'll change the name.
Out of the course of play. A character can gain new talents throughout the course of play, usually through some cool feat or time spent studying said talent. Just say if you would spend a fuck ton of time in a library and you'd read just a fuckload of books on, let's just say, flora, you could get an extra die when rolling for floral things, and so you can gain besides.
Well, you just get
Yeah.
you just get educated. That's about it.
Let's start the game.
Yeah, I feel like those special talents are just up to you to say that we get.
Yeah,
Not something like I'm gonna strive for this thing. It's
that is basically.
Just striving for something isn't usually enough.
It's like we're just gonna do off game time, skip 10 weeks.
Yeah, no. I would decide when you would get that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit.
Man,
The Goose Master.
That is truly the ultimate skill.
The Goose Master decides when.
That's the
The
GM.
power to command geese.
Yeah. So.
Oh my god, yes, I'm loving that.
Yeah.
In this system, it is not Game Master, it is Goose Master.
Indeed. And we can still call it the GM and not.
Yeah. Would be the inside joke.
This is basically because we don't have any. We're not gonna have any experience. We're not gonna have any way of buying skills or anything like that. We're just gonna decide that
At certain points.
At certain points, let's just...
You can gain an extra thing. Well,
You
we
get
still,
better.
We still have the points we can spend, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you have the points that you can spend into the skill. Actually, I have an idea. To get skill points, let's just say that you would have to... Like, I mean, this is one way that this would require a little bit of counting, but like,
actually,
for every 10 successes on a skill...
we can make that even better. So, if you remember, you can. So we have the Goose Master would have 3 levels of reward. So he can either reward. Yeah. So he can either reward a luck point back, he can reward a skill point, or he can reward a special talent. So that means that depending on how much you like certain things that we're doing, you can reward us with different things.
Yeah.
The Goose Master's rewards.
The Goose Master bounty.
So let's say regain 1 luck or health point.
Ooh. Okay.
I mean, wouldn't that just be like I go to the hospital?
Yeah, but like let's say you just do something like really cool, and like I feel like luck wouldn't be like, but and your character would feel like really invigorated. So for some reason, you just feel healthier.
Well, think about it like this: like if you do something to like heal, like to say, let's say you bandage your wound, the Goose Master can still give you a health point for doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So instead of us like fixing our like rolling to see how much health we get back, the GM would decide.
Yeah.
Grant a character a special talent. Grant a character 1 skill point.
Are you done streaming?
Use
No,
freely.
No, it's Lich.
Oh, yeah, I think yes.
So, grant a character 1 skill point to use freely. Grant a character 1 skill point to a relevant skill.
Perfect.
So you can either get 1 skill point you can use however you want, or you can get a skill point to the relevant skill you're using.
Yeah. That works. Ooh, I like. Yeah. By using,
so
like, if you have it maxed out, and then you keep using it, then you get 1 extra point.
Yeah, the player, like the Goose Master, can give you this point, but I'm gonna say that it's gonna need to be like really earned for it to go above the maximum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, guys, I think we did it.
Yeah, it looks really fucking good, actually.
Yeah.
If you have a soundboard, now would be the time to play the victory music.
Indeed. So, I think we only have
rolling stats and stuff.
Yeah, we only have our stats left. So,
so by the way, there is. I'm gonna move this skill list that I made here. I'm gonna move it to the bottom because I want it to be at a place where it's like easily seen and easily edited without it fucking up the text of everyone else. So it's not always lowering shit. So the skill list is number 13. So when we decide a skill, I don't care which one of us does it, but like we can add it there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say the one that creates the skill should add it and write how it is used.
Fair
All right.
enough. Yeah, because usually it goes. Usually, when you get a list of skills, it's usually never exhaustive enough, and there's usually, let's take Dark Heresy for instance, there is usually one skill that is just better than all the other skill.
Yeah.
Awareness.
I'm gonna say that unless like there's any specific reason to have like awareness or something like that, I'm just gonna say that like freaking would it be brains or coordination for like
Awareness?
Yeah.
I'd call it brains.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because-
definitely brains.
Let's
Yeah,
add.
it's you analyzing sensory input.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add awareness just so it's easier.
Fair enough.
All right, so the I'm
Do you want to go first, Rai?
let's
Or-
roll these stats. So I think we should roll. I think we should have all the stats written up like they are kind of as if hit points if you take damage in them.
Yeah. Okay. So you go 5 dash.
Yeah,
Five.
5-5.
Yeah. Well.
Or like
dash
as if
nine.
I'm writing it here, right, just so that you can see it. 5. Well, what the fuck?
Ha.
Sorry? I was gonna write it here. And
Yeah, I'm just
this
showing.
one.
I'm just showing you how it would look. It would look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
Right.
With
The
Max.
first roll of the evening.
Health.
It is. Oh, starting off strong, boys.
How much?
1.
I'm gonna ask one quick question before you continue.
Yes.
Do you want to roll directly into the stats, or do you want to roll and choose?
Ooh, rolling into the stats is kind of man.
That's I've already started to roll into stats. I'm gonna keep that on going.
Yeah. Let's say player choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Brawn. Aha, a mighty 3.
Haha. You are slightly above average.
Yes. Now for coordination. Oh my. 1. Brains. 1.
Oh no!
Personality. Oh,
So
5.
Oh
that means it's 4.
no, it means it's 5 because
Oh,
we don't
fair
have the
enough.
minus. We don't have the minus.
Fair enough.
And luck. 2.
Okay, you have a +1 you can add to whatever. Not you can add it to personality, however.
I'm gonna add it to coordination for my tennis game.
There you go.
So
Alright.
I have a 2 in coordination.
I feel
Sheesh.
like technically you should have like a half 5 in coordination, but yeah,
Yeah, well,
because of your tennis game.
I have
his
the
skill,
greatest personality, apparently.
his skill his skill will have to bump him up there. So, man,
Yeah.
let's see what I get.
I'm not gonna lie, those were pretty damn rough stats.
To be fair, you are continuing a time-honored tradition of rolling like absolute garbage.
Yeah, so I've set the low bar for you.
Yep.
Now raise it to the rooftop.
There you go. All right, Gulli, I need you to roll
Okay.
d5s for me.
Well, I'm just writing down one thing. It's up to the player to roll the stat directly, or to decide where to place them.
Fair enough.
I just wanted to write that down, so just for shits and giggles. So you want me to roll them for you?
Yes, do it.
Okay. I'm going to use different die for everything because I have 6 dice here, and I just kind of want to use them all.
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah, let's
First up.
start with health, which is going to be a hearty yellow. So your health is, a 4.
Damn. However, I will I will voluntarily take a -1 to my health due to my smoking habit.
Okay, yeah. I'll allow that.
Yeah.
I will allow you to lower your own stats.
Yes.
What a generous god.
Truly, you are a merciful god.
Technically seen, I should have been like, oh, you get a minus to your health because of that. But I was giving you like, I was giving you a penalty either way.
Fair enough. Well, it's a good thing we're on the same page then.
Okay, so
that's a 3 health.
I will not object to you lowering your stat, but I will object to you increasing it.
Fair enough. All right.
A 4 again.
Oof.
Wow.
I rolled a 7 twice.
Damn.
Right.
Now
it is. That was the blue die. Now it is time for the solid red die. A 4 again.
Jesus Christ, what sort of superhuman man am I working with?
I rolled a 7.
To be fair, you are working with a superhuman epileptic.
Yeah.
So I want you guys to just look at the. I added you both to the to a messenger chat. I'm just gonna send you a picture of what I rolled on all of these 3 occasions.
You rolled 3-7.
Yes.
Holy crap.
Okay, this is gonna be the poop brown die.
Watch me get, like, no luck.
So your personality is 1. Oh, you forgot luck.
No,
I forgot luck.
No, you have 2 of 2.
Oh, no, yeah, I did roll 2, yeah.
Yeah.
So you have the personality of 1.
Oh, what great. Well, that's something.
You are such a bland person.
I know.
he got 4 and 3 stats in a row. And now I'm using the blue and red die, and that's coordination, and it's a 1.
Oof.
And that explains why you always lose to
Pretty much.
lose to Mr.
yet.
2. And then let's use the let's use the many dotted camouflage die.
Oh boy.
How lucky will you be? Oh, a 5.
Ah. Okay, so
Luckiest man on the planet.
one of the luckiest men on the planet. So I'm going to up my personality by 1 so that I'm not a complete
So you're
drooling.
so you're not a
cardboard
fucking
box.
Yeah, so you want to have
am
some semblance of personality.
I am the blandest man alive.
God.
Well, but my coordination is absolute garbage.
That is what I got on all the fucking dice, by the way.
Yeah.
Nice.
I rolled 3 7s in a row, and then I rolled a 1 and a 2 and a 0.
Damn. Oof.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, well.
So just as a test run here, so let's say if you wanted to roll a single just pure brawn check, you'd have a 4 on the, like, you'd have to get a 6 on the die. Oh, and I rolled a 6 on the die.
There you go. See?
Easy as that. Just rolling enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just don't roll a 1.
Oh no. I'll have you know, all of the ones I got were ones.
Yeah.
There wasn't a 2. There was just ones.
Oh, also, yeah. Remember, your special talent makes you way better at
Coordination.
Tennis.
Specifically accuracy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add. So yeah, you're good at tennis because you get plus in accuracy, but actually Vicky, your coordination is 1, but you get a 1 extra die on all of your balance checks.
That's true. So that's something.
Do you want to rearrange your stat in any way? Let's say that because you wanted to roll directly into the stat, I'm gonna allow you to just switch one stat with another stat if you want to.
I honestly wouldn't want to swap any of these out because I don't want anything to be 1 because not gonna say that coordination is a dump stat, but we'll see. We'll see. Because honestly, none of these feel like dump stats. I wouldn't want 1 health. I wouldn't want 1 brawn.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want 1 brains. And I just
Yeah, I wonder how that feels like.
yeah. Yeah, jeez. I pity the man that has one health and 1 brains. Man, we accomplished a lot of things tonight.
We got shit done.
That we did.
Uh,
I'm gonna do this real quick.
yeah.
I'm actually gonna do it so that they're pretty far away, but it's mostly so that we can do this. Whoops.
There you go. Alrighty.
That way we can like easily see, and I'll do that and that. I'm just bolding the thing so that it will be easier to see where they specifically are.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to move the luck.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah, this looks semi-professional.
Semi-professional.
Yeah,
Words to live by.
which is 1/4 professional. Because if you want to be 50% professional, you're demi-professional.
Yeah.
And if you want to be 20%, you're quasi.
You're quasi-professional.
I
but
think
we're not that.
so. Let's just as a kind of a recap thing, just look over the Goose system and just
Just admiring its simplicity.
yeah.
Really.
I think we will have to change very little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If anything.
I think I agree. I don't think we need to change a lot. If anything, we're just gonna be adding things to it.
Yeah. And remember, we need to like actually test the system to find what the bugs would be.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Which will be interesting because we'll be doing that. We'll be doing that next time.
Yeah.
We'll also the skill points like part of the rules here. I'll probably like expand. I'm actually gonna quickly expand on that. You can only have 4 points in a skill if the 4th point is granted by the Goose Master.
Bam.
I'm not gonna write GM at all when I'm referencing the Goose Master.
Of course not. That is only to be referenced by word of mouth.
Yeah. I'm gonna bold it and have it great. Yes. I also just for shits and giggles wrote like how to write stats, max and current, just to have easily like so we know how it's written.
Yeah.
So we'll be using the D10s, and currently our main stat. We have 6 main stats, but like I'm actually like pretty happy about them all. Like they are all like there are 3 physical ones, and technically seeing 3 mental ones.
Well,
Because luck is all
luck
part
is
of
an
your mentality.
Luck is an ephemeral thing.
Yeah.
Let's not put that to your how
Yeah.
big your brain is. But yeah, it's 3 physical
and 2 mental.
1 ephemeral.
Yeah. I think it's fine having like 2 mental just to simplify the mental stuff.
Yeah.
So we don't like, cause I don't think we should have like intelligence as a specific thing, because both in a simple system like this, I don't think having something that like determines how smart you are is gonna work in the
Now here's the question: Can we make an anagram out of that?
Ooh.
HBCBPL. No, we can't.
It is the big
So actually, we
rolls
could
right off the tongue.
we could
Special. This is not.
we could. The only thing that would be really hard, like if we just want to have a shortening for each of them, like H, here.
No.
If we
no,
lose the
let's-
3, the only one that
is-
literally
again-
we could not do that with is bra and
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah, there's. We shouldn't shorten these because
No,
again,
it's not
like,
necessary.
it doesn't feel like we're missing anything with the stats,
No.
and all of them are very distinct and unique from each other because
Yeah.
there's no overlap, and no filler, which
Yeah,
I like.
I like how we just decided to have the damaging system really simple. Just
Yeah.
the only
Like-
way of doing more than 1 damage is to roll a 10 on one of the attacks.
Yeah.
And there will always just be like 1 attack per round because this is a flurry of things. This is not like a round is not going to be like 5 or 6 seconds. It's going to be like however this round would take.
Yeah.
Um, I like how we just decided that health and luck are like the ones that actually like use points, but we are writing everything like you could get damaged in it. It will make it
'cause
simple.
in theory, you could get brain damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like that we decided to like just have luck so that like you can't get rid of the luck permanently or anything like that. It's just gonna be like you can get more into it, and it's probably gonna be something you're gonna be using a lot.
Yeah, it's a shame about the 2 luck.
I'll make it work.
Yeah.
I always do with my stats.
Yeah, you do.
It's a talent, really.
Yeah, to roll shitty stats and go
The
Make it
special
work.
talent. Let's make it. Let's make it.
You literally roll with it.
Yeah.
Special talent. Roll with it. On special occasions, get an extra die roll. I also like the fact that we have like the advantage and disadvantage, and we're calling them just like feeling lucky and not so lucky.
Yeah.
I know, right, Pocket? Shitty stats are the best.
Yeah. I like the fact that they like on us, so kind of as an elaborate for us, just so you get the extra die on the skill checks. So that would mean that like you, instead of rolling 1 die per like difficulty,
Yeah.
you'd get 2 dies for like. Would you say that you would get 1 die on just one of the rolls, or 1 die on all of the rolls?
Oh, no. So here's what I'm thinking about, like the difficulty modifier. You if you get, say, difficulty 3, and then you need to succeed on 2 skill checks,
Yeah.
you would then grab 2d10, and you have to succeed on both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would like for when the difficulty goes up, you get extra die, but you need to succeed more.
Yeah,
Then you can,
but
of
I'm
course, spend-
I'm thinking about the situational modifier when you get 1 extra die.
Then it's the same success on the skill checks. You just have more dice to work.
Yeah, so you would
if
only have to get 2. You would only get like on difficulty 3, you need to get 2 successes, but you roll 3 dice, so it
Yeah.
increases the odds.
Indeed.
Yeah, by quite a substantial amount.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
yeah.
true.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure sure that is completely how we wanted to have it.
Yeah.
Um,
That sounds like none of this sounds on paper to not work. Like
Yeah.
the math seems to check out. Let's see. Health point, luck points, not to die, attacks. And of course, we'll have to add like special exceptions and stuff
Yeah.
when we break the system.
Let's see. Each failure will make the result. I'm trying to figure out how to word the thing with the difficulty modifier thing. I wanted to word just basically like how.
Let's hold on. I think I may have this.
Yeah.
Depending. Wait, that's not how you write
On
that.
your gooses of success.
Depending on. Depending on how poorly you rolled, that feels. Again, yeah. This is a tricky one to phrase.
Yeah. We can phrase it just.
Oh,
like...
hold on. The dramatic outcome is dependent on the number of failed skill checks. So the quote-unquote dramatic outcome would be what happens in the story.
Yeah.
To represent the failed skill checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add a dot there just for dot's sake.
Yeah. All right. Bump that down.
Yeah. I'm also excited to like see us do more with the skills and stuff like that. I don't think we'll have like a shit tons of skills or anything like that, but it will be good to know like when we actually have more skills.
Yeah. The philosophy should be the same as with the stats, meaning very distinct skills that don't overlap.
Yeah.
And keep them as few as possible.
Yeah.
I can't wait to just fail the first 10 rolls I make.
Yeah, well, you know.
It's gonna be great.
Well, remember, rolls will be few, should be few and far between.
Yeah, exactly.
There's.
Ooh, that is a huge reward.
Yeah, I just felt like it would make sense because you could do things that would increase it, but but because I feel like everything can increase as it can decrease.
Yeah, that's true. You can lose stuff and you can gain stuff. Okay, that is a fair reward.
Yeah. I don't feel like I need to write down the fact that you can lose.
No, it's probably just like inherent in the system.
I mean, you can take damage in it, and then there's the fact that you can like actually lose 1 point permanently and stuff like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, for instance, you lose a leg or something.
Yeah. I would say that would dramatically like lower your coordination. If it's
if not as well,
maybe
brawn most likely. Brawn,
brawn.
Hamper your strength and speed.
It will probably give you penalties on like things like balance, though.
Yeah, true.
I think like
and speed.
I think like losing a limb in this, just so that we won't get into like too much detail with that, but losing a limb would, instead of being a very simple like you just get a minus in this thing, would be like, oh, you're fucked.
Yeah, you would like that would be multiple drops. Like you would probably drop a health, probably drop a brawn, and I
feel like you drop like
also like a half a year of a time skip.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you would drop let's just say brawn, and you get penalties just to everything that would require you to like that would be easier for you to do with with 2 legs.
Yeah, but we are theory crafting, and we won't actually know until we get into the game, and then we can argue to our heart's content.
I'm trying to figure out a cool just for shits and giggle, because you put quotes to like a few of these things, and I want to put.
Yeah, that was just because I had nothing to do, really. And like, nobody is probably gonna see those quotes except for the three of us.
Well, people might see them once we actually like share the document as a readable thing.
Yeah, I guess.
I just wanted to add it for the giggle factor. There we go. Goose Master's rewards. Quack quack.
Oh, I think I got a good one also.
We already touched a little bit on the difficulty modifier. Yeah, I think the line the dramatic outcome is dependent on the number of failed skill checks. I think that works pretty well as just a way to describe it.
Yeah, like most of these are very like we had. Hold on, let me close the door. Crap, didn't close.
Yeah.
There we go. Door closed.
Yeah, you were about to say?
Yeah. Like most of these are self-explanatory, but like we had to explain mostly the stats and what they did. But everything else is, yeah, it does what it says on the tin.
So I also actually like the funny thing about the difficulty modifier thing is I like how simple the whole thing is, with just you need to succeed on a 10 and just how hard, like you just need to succeed more often depending on how hard it is. It's just a very simple way of making, like, you always need to get this number, and this is how we're making it harder for you.
Yeah, and like you never have to worry about, do I have to increase or decrease the what's it called in D&D, like the number you have to roll?
Just your bonus.
No, I mean, like when you roll a skill in D&D, the GM
the modifier
gives a modifier.
Yeah,
like there's a specific thing for it.
It's a conditional modifier that's just like basically a difficulty modifier. You need to roll DC.
DC. What? Yeah. The dice. What does that stand for? DC.
Difficulty challenge.
Oh, difficulty challenge. Right. That's the thing that I was looking for. So yeah, the GM, the Goose Master in this game never has to think, oh, should the DC be higher for this or lower or blah blah blah. No, it's always just, did you get a 10 or not? Well, congrats, you succeeded.
Yeah. It's just a single thing we decide.
Yeah.
I added just as a thing to the situational modifier, not so lucky. This can make you automatically fail a skill check, just so that it's clear.
Yeah.
I just think that some things it's good to have it clear, so it's easy to like figure out. Okay, it's no question really. Let's see. Combat was this like there's a specific like attacks here below, but combat here, like when we're actually touching on that, I'm not sure, like I don't know if we'll add much to it, but we might, just to clarify things later. If we have skills, we might do that.
Maybe.
We'll have a lot of combat.
Yeah. Well, again,
I'm gonna try to avoid that with my 1 health.
I don't expect us to have a lot of combat, basically.
No. Yeah. So the reason that combat feels a touch threadbare is that we don't expect to do a lot of it.
Yeah, because this is more story based, but there are like threatening moments in this might, like, just for dramatic purposes, I also might have some things that do threaten your health.
Yeah, we also, if in case like things get desperate, then it just comes down to us having to roll to hit someone.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that I have lower stamina than the chain smoker.
Fair enough, but well, it.
I have 1 in health.
Yeah, I know.
I am the worst.
Well, you're not the worst. I'm sure there's someone who's worse than you.
You make up for it just for finishing games faster than him.
Yeah. The smash.
Yeah.
The smash. Well, I think this is it. Do we?
One thing,
call
just one thing for the combat, real quick. I just wanted to go quickly over like all the things to be sure that we're not missing anything specific. It's just kind of a recap before we call it.
Yeah.
In the combat thing, you wrote when in making an attack.
Wait, I did?
Yeah, when making an attack.
There we go.
In combat, the difficulty the difficulty will determine on the core stat that you are using for the fight.
The one with more stats. More stats. Plural.
More in the stats.
Oh, in the stats. Yeah. Will have an easier.
Don't make
time.
up errors. There are enough errors already.
We'll have an easier time with hit. We'll have an easier time hitting a weaker foe, and the bigger the gap is. I'm gonna add each number. How to write it?
Actually, we should. An example probably needs to be written.
Yeah, example. Let's write that. I'm gonna write that just below here.
Yeah.
Example. Billy has.
That's a strong name.
Brawn of 5, while
Heck yeah.
while Timmy has brawn of 2.
Neither of them knows how to fight.
Yeah. Neither.
That is true, Lich Tech. Very strong name.
Both of them are inexperienced fighters. I realized that I wrote a mistake there.
I fixed it. Oh crap!
Yeah, that fixed
fighter.
it.
So they just use the base stat. Because Billy has such a high brawn stat, he only needs to succeed a difficulty 2 check to hit Timmy.
Timmy,
Timmy, on the other hand, needs a 4. Actually, 1, 2.
Timmy,
No, wait.
However, because he has such a low brawn stat, needs to succeed on a difficulty. Let's see. Difficulty 1. Difficulty 2 would be if they have the same stat.
Yeah.
So
yes.
3 is because it's 1 higher.
3. Oh
4,
wow. Yes.
5 It's difficulty 5.
Should we instead do that? It is 3 if he has higher, and then 4 if he has double or more, to not make it impossible for Timmy to hit back.
I mean, basically,
So there's
as long as he
less to,
technically seen, as long as he hits with one of the rolls, he does connect with the hit and does damage. But there's just penalties to it. What happens to it? Like, he will punch you, but he will he will punch you and maybe just falls or something like that.
Yeah, the reason why I'm saying this is, not only does, Billy have to roll a lower number on the die, but Timmy also has to get more successes.
Yeah.
So to not make the gap such an extreme amount.
Yeah. So so let's say it's a difficulty 4 then.
Yeah.
Check to hit Billy. This is because Billy, who has more than double, has double or more than Timmy in his brawn stat. And this is because Billy, who has double or more than Timmy in his brawn stat, is harder to hit. I don't know. No, let's write this more mechanically.
Yeah.
Basically.
Don't ever type that.
Okay, so that would mean that if
Timmy.
No, I'm just gonna
Use the same example.
I'm not writing an example right now. I'm just using I'm writing down the ruling. Then we can use an example to it.
Right.
Because that would be a part of the same example.
Very well.
If
As you command.
when a player has the same in the has the same bonus in their combat stat, the difficulty modifier to hit them is 2. If the player has more than the as their foe. If the player has more than their foe in their combat stat, difficulty to hit them is increased to 3. Difficulty 2, difficulty 3.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to bow out for now.
Alright, we're just about to finish up, so.
Yeah. So I will say, thanks for the brainstorm,
Yeah.
and I can't wait to test it out.
Yeah. Let's see. We'll talk together like very soon when we're gonna play.
Well, we'll probably chat on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That we will definitely do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. So until then, I bid you adieu.
See you
See
later.
you next time.
Yeah. Later.
Later. So, by the ruling you spoke of, so if the player has more than their foe in their combat stat, the difficulty to hit them is increased to difficulty 3. If the player has double the foe's stat, combat stat, double the score of the score of the first double combat stat or more, the difficulty to hit them is increased to difficulty 4. This is just to kind of like clarify it so that we know, like, oh, okay. So that would, and because we already wrote down the example below, that should be enough to basically say, like, oh, yeah, this is the situation you'd be using it in.
Damn straight.
How do you think? Is it okay? Does it add, or does it look okay, is what I meant to say?
Da, 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 da. Yeah.
Yeah, it's at least a lot clearer now that, like, how it works. Health points is pretty easy. I'm just gonna say, however, if you take a hit, not a heavy hit, because a heavy hit is like a specific attack thing. Yeah, so intrinsic quality of the health stat is represented by your health points. However, if you take a hit, your health will decrease, making any health rolls harder. Yes. Until healed. How to use luck points? Is there anything you want to add to the luck point thing?
No, I think the less we, complicate luck points, the better.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
the
that's...
less they do, the better. And just like in play, maybe we get an idea, and maybe it works.
How not to die, stick to the plan. Generic couple number 2. Roll a health check with at least the difficulty modifier, difficulty 2 modifier. Possibly higher. No skill assist with this roll. Is there anything you want to add to that?
I think we're just set for the next time we play.
Yeah, I'm just going over it as like I'm just going over it more or less before we call it. Yeah, we have 2 attacks. If we want to have any like special add anything to the attack things, we can do that later.
Yeah, I think that just depends on how, what we have and stuff like that.
I'm just gonna basically say that like actions, like your action is gonna be like you have, like you can tell me what to do, what you're gonna do, and you can probably do that. I don't think it's like, I don't think we need to specifically say you have a move action and you have this action.
Nah, no, definitely not.
As long as you're not, as long as you say like, don't say, okay, I'm gonna punch him, then I'm gonna shoot him, and then I'm gonna stab him. As long as you're not doing like shit tons of things at once, you should be fine. We might clarify it later, but we don't need to do that now. Special talent. I think I actually like the special talent thing. It's adds a little bit more character to the things.
Yeah, it more freshens out a character,
Mm-hmm.
not just a piece of stat.
Yeah. I felt like that would be a good way to just add a little bit more to it than just have and to just go like, oh, we can just make like something generic shit. You know, this lets us have like something special to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used the accuracy as an example just to kind of give an idea of how it would work.
Yeah. People should take me as an example. I am a superior human being than all other people.
Lel, you say with your stats.
I am the greatest at being modest.
A character can gain new talents throughout the course of play, usually through some cool feat or time spent studying said talent. I'm just gonna go and say usually through some cool feat. The Goose Master decides when a character gains a new talent. At the start of a game, a player starts with one special talent. Sweet. The Goose Master's rewards. Regain one luck point, luck or health point. Grant a special talent. Grant one skill point to use freely. Grant one skill point to a relevant skill. And increase a character base stat by 1.
Yeah.
Get disease.
Well, you did put an example in the health resisting disease.
Yeah. I don't think you would get a disease. I just said, yeah, I'm gonna say a special talent does not necessarily have to be a die roll thing. It can be like, oh, he is more resilient, just because he has been vaccinated all his life. He does not get the common cold.
Yeah. Pro tip, kids. You know, if you want to get old, get vaccinated.
Lel. I'm just gonna write quickly. Let's just say, because you are, just say, Cold Buster. Does
Cold Buster? That's so Final Fantasy like.
I mean, it needs
This is a terrible talent.
I know. It doesn't have to be good to work as an example.
No. But like this example encourages you to like watch like the very basic of disease, stuff like that.
Yeah, I just wanted to
Like in a long campaign, it's like, now have you been taking your vitamins and like stuff like that? It's like, oh my fucking god.
I just wanted to have like a simple explanation, example to use, so that we could like go, oh.
Oh my, the diet you're on is not healthy for you.
Should we say like immune to set this immune to this to should I say like immune to common cold disease, because it's a very specific disease?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that works. Because I mean,
But I have
I
like for future examples, the broader the meaning, the better.
yeah. I just wanted to have like an example that you could like read this and go like, oh, okay, so you can make something that you don't need to specifically roll for. It is a like
Yeah.
you can give yourself something that will help you just role play wise.
Yeah,
Or
resistances, immunities, stuff like that. Yeah, I think we're pretty good for now.
Yeah.
Just it's gonna be great next time.
yeah. I must the
So just plug all of your merchandise and crap like that.
I'm just writing as an extra here that the Goose Master must approve of the special talents crafted by the players. So I might
Yeah,
you can
definitely.
make whatever you want, but that doesn't mean that like it will be accepted. But I mean that's kind of the whole point of this. It's to craft something that you think would be fun to have or like do and stuff like that, and roll with it. This is not a game where you would like specifically make your special talent like something game breaking, because that wouldn't actually help you in any way. But yeah, I think we are good. I think we finished for now. And next time it's going to be very interesting because then we actually play the game.
Yeah.
So tell me,
Don't want to miss out on that.
yeah. So tell me, are you looking forward to it?
I think it's gonna be very great.
Yeah,
It's gonna be very interesting to see how it,
plays
all
out.
rolls out.
Yeah, I'm actually very interested in seeing how this is gonna play out because, like we spent the better part of
Like
two
right before the stream, we spent like 20, to 30 minutes on deciding the dice.
yeah.
And then maybe we do like this and this, and then we just started the stream, and basically the entire system was made in the duration of the stream, which I
Yeah.
don't know how long is now.
It is 2 hours and almost 40 minutes. So I'd
Yeah.
say we probably made the entire thing in like at least 2 hours or so. Because like a big portion of this was also making your characters. But yeah, I like how we managed to basically make the entirety of the system just by playing in the stream. We just decided we wanted to have it simple, so, and we wanted to make something interesting, and we just kind of made it. It went a lot smoother than I expected it to go.
Yeah, definitely. Like we agreed on almost everything, and it's just great.
Yeah, it is. I think it's because overall, I think you, me, and Vicky, we have a pretty similar kind of thought process in regards to how we want to have the how we want the game to kind of run. Because we want it simple, and we're just trying to figure out like what would be the best way to do that. And I think, like, overall, this game is very simple, especially now while we don't have any like skills. But I think even when the skills arrive, because we won't have that many skills, I think.
Yeah, like on a personal preference, I kind of dislike luck stats.
Yeah,
but I can understand the need for them.
Yeah, I am like myself. The only reason why I specifically kind of like luck is kind of because of the Call of Cthulhu system. Is because like luck there is a very like I home ruled it so that you'd get to request one luck roll per game. But I think I thought it was a good way to like give you like a way to like succeed on something that you otherwise wouldn't, or like and I allowed you to use it to like, oh, the luck that you remember to take this thing with you, or something like that, or like if you didn't specify anything or like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And otherwise, I was rolling luck to just see whether or not I was choosing you to be the one to be hit. It was more of a GM stat to kind of use in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think this, like, because you won't be rolling luck in this very often, you're mostly just using the points to get rerolls on things.
Yeah, that's the bit I don't like. Like in a story heavy campaign, I like to just, this is what you rolled, so you just roll with it and this happens.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I want to change the outcome of that. It's like,
that's why
doesn't fit well with me.
that's why I decided that the luck thing would only like allow you to reroll one of the dice, except not all of them. So like if you get a difficulty 5 where you need to roll 4 dice, and you roll 4 and you like fail. Oh wow, I succeeded like on everything except 1, literally. Saying if I'd have 4 in the stats, I rolled an 8, 8 and a 6, and I failed like one of them. I could re-roll that one, and I got an 8 now. But let's say you failed like all of them, and you're like, oh shit, I rolled like a 1, 1, a 2, and a 4. Then to make like to make it so that you didn't.
This is a common occurrence for me.
Yeah, to make it so that you didn't like absolutely fuck up something, you could get to reroll one of those dice.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to reroll all of them, you'd have to use like 4 fucking points of luck.
Yeah.
Which is
we're getting sidetracked.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna do that, but but yeah, that is basically the thought that I had behind the luck.
Yeah, so it's just gonna be quite something next time we play.
Yeah.
And look forward to it.
So I want to thank everyone that joined us now for a sensational time. I am G20, also known as Godpool, and with me was Viggi, who will be playing the character of Styrmir Jónsson, and then there is Rai, who is playing the character of Einar. Yeah. And next time we will actually be playing the system, seeing how well or fucked up we made it. It'll be quite interesting. I think it's gonna be interesting. But I wanna thank both of these dudes for joining me for this. This was a really off the cuffs idea that I had, and both of them seemed really into it.
You're very welcome.
So next time we will start the campaign, and in case you haven't realized it, because I've mentioned it a few times, it is named Size 0. Until next time, I'm G20, and see you then. Bye.